Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
and on Skype.
Get Blood Axe.
All right, let's get started.
With special guest in the background of Blood Axe, Mrs. Blood Axe.
Yeah. I got Miss Blood Axe back there.
Where is she?
No, not anymore.
Yeah, they see your
Disappeared. All right.
She's welcome on the show.
She's always welcome on the show. I keep trying to come on to the show, but she's uninterested in doing the female thing, I guess. But I keep wanting to give her female point of view on some of these topics because we lost Michelle a while back.
Yeah. Just move the camera over and start having a conversation with her.
Yeah. Answer this.
All right. Well, let's talk about Cowboy Bebop. That's been the big news, I guess, this weekend or this week with Cowboy Bebop being released on Netflix. Now the score, the critics and the audience actually seem to be on the same page. 51 to 52% audience score versus critic score. So
I don't even know how to feel about that. That's shocking.
Yeah, I mean, how often do we see
both of them go? It's trash.
Yeah. Now top critic score.
Holy crap! That's the lowest top critic score in the world. I think a Trump documentary would get a higher score than that. God, no. What? I didn't say why.
I know.
That is 17% is wow.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
dang.
Those fighting.
Like, dog.
But yeah. So now, surprisingly, I've had several of my friends that I know that message me, and they have had polarizing. Bless you.
Sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
Polarizing opinions on this, which also seems to be the way the audience scores are. You see mostly 5s and 1s. Occasionally you'll see something that's not a 5 or a 1, but for the most part,
5s and 1s.
It's like either you love it or you absolutely hate it. Like there is very little room for in between. So yeah, it has become a love or hate thing. Now I've not watched it yet. I watched like the first episode. I tried to cram it in before the show, and I understand why. Here's my thing: is it couldn't go as far as the anime went.
Hard to translate,
but they tried. So a lot of people are going to be taken by. It is a bit on the kookier side for a live action show, but it's not nearly as far as Cowboy Bebop took things.
Well, Cowboy Bebop was an anime, which was out there.
So it's in that in between. Most of the people that I see that really liked it are not super fans of Cowboy Bebop. Pretty much all the super fans, anybody who really loved Cowboy Bebop has hated it. But also it seems like the people who have no interest in anime and that style also tend to hate it. And it's just those people who are, it seems like it from my look at who I know that say they've liked it, it seems to hit more of the casual anime fan
who's not really familiar, so they just go like, "This is interesting." I mean, one of the reviews that was a 5-star, and a couple others have compared it to Guardians of the Galaxy. So it's people that like Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff that like it. I have not watched it, but I am aware of the changes that were done in the story. The ones that you think bother me don't, but the ones that do bother me are the ones that I feel.
Well, it seems like you have a problem with some of the major story changes. And I understand that. I do understand that. Sort of as devil's advocate, I do also see the point of where you sort of need to change something because otherwise, why should I watch it? Why? I've already watched the better version of it. I've watched the anime.
Mhm.
Why should I watch the live action? So you have to give me a new story. And the anime was a complete story. It had a beginning and an end. It's one of the rare things about, that you see in anime. You don't always see a beginning and an end in anime. Cowboy Bebop gave you that. So you had to. So that's why I'm okay with some major changes. I want to see how it works because I don't see how you could not have a major change and still actually appeal as a show.
You're not wrong. My biggest problem is I'm not a sci-fi fan to begin with.
Mhm.
So it was the story of these that kept me. And it was the characterization of characters like Spike and Vicious. Thus, story changes that alter that, no spoilers, but story changes that alter that dramatically made me go, oh, my favorite part of the story is absent. And I haven't, and then I am somewhat moved by the reviews that go, I don't see anything telling me I'm going to get a shockingly new interpretation of these characters. Because the people who don't like it are people who share my general taste. I've noticed that. It's the people who like the anime, like the story. So I'm like, I'm not the target audience because I'm not as big a fan of sci-fi. So to me, I'm not, like, for example, I'm not going to watch Dune because I'm not a big sci-fi guy. I don't really like sci-fi stories, and I never got into Dune's story. So without the stuff that would bring me there being there, it just becomes a kooky sci-fi epic. But the thing is, I'm not hearing it's a surprise hit like Guardians of the Galaxy, which really shocked me. I didn't like the Guardians of the Galaxy. I went to see it because it was a Marvel movie. Let me correct that. I didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy prior to the movie.
Yeah, the comic.
Shocked me. Yeah, shocked me. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm not seeing anything here that's telling me that's going to happen. But Zeno will let me know. But so far, he doesn't seem to be wild either. So, but he'll probably watch some more, but he doesn't seem to be wild.
Well, no, and I mean, like I said, I didn't even finish the first episode. I tried. I had 30 minutes before before you were going to come over and we were reviewing the articles and stuff. First episode ended up being like 49 minutes. So
an hour. Each episode's an hour.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're long. It's a long series.
So it is something I'll definitely will. I'll try to watch it. Like if I get annoyed with it too much, I will drop it because I really don't care that much. That I'm going to force myself to watch something if I don't enjoy it.
I mean, we could rewatch the anime.
I've already done that like several times.
Recently?
Not
we're
recently.
All together. Me, you, and Jared said we were going to watch Cowboy
Not
Bebop.
this year.
Oh. Anyway, because we actually talked about doing a rewatch. That is one that I think even Blood Axe would like. He's not an anime fan, but Cowboy Bebop has that bounty hunter western style to it that I think he would enjoy. Because while it's funny, it's not really anime over the top. Like, there isn't all the sweat drops and the memes, you know what I mean? It doesn't meme like a lot of animes do. So I think he could like it. He's not as out there as Outlaw Star with grappler ships.
Yeah, and it's one of the few I've actually heard of. And again, not an anime person, but I've heard of Cowboy Bebop even before the live action version that came to Netflix was even being discussed. And no, I'm not a big anime person. It's just it's not my cup of tea. But I do like sci-fi. So I mean, if we wanted to do a group watch next time I come in for a weekend visit, that's something we can definitely look at because there's nothing like sitting around and having some drinks with some friends and just goofing off. And if that's what's playing in the background, I might find it interesting. But if not, then I've got other things I can go do. So, but I'm not interested in this. Even though it is sci-fi, which is kind of my lane, it doesn't look like it's interesting sci-fi. So yeah, I mean, I guess it has an audience, but like you said, we're not the target audience for it. So hopefully those that are the target audience will enjoy it, but it's not going to be a blockbuster hit for Netflix.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, there are other things out there more interesting, and even with a lower budget that we've been watching since we canceled Disney Plus. We picked up Netflix, and this wasn't even on our radar.
Castlevania.
So,
Castlevania is awesome.
It's also an anime. I tried to watch it. I was like, I love
No,
Castlevania.
trust me, watch it, dude. You'll like the Castlevania. You'll like it.
Okay, all right.
Give it a few episodes.
I'll try to give it a shot.
God
I'll
dang,
try.
you do not like anime. Like I can't believe it. He's as bad as me as liking Castlevania. He's a pretty big Castlevania fan. You always acted like you were, unless you were just, you know.
Oh yeah, I've played all the games except for the 4 or 5 that came out on PlayStation.
Yeah,
And I even played the ones Lords of Shadow, which I slogged through those, which you didn't even try to do. So
again, we just talked about changing
Castlevania.
stories. I'm a traditionalist when it comes to stories. I'm not good with the new story.
Every
changes, man.
Castlevania was like a new story, though.
No, it was an on-running story until
but
Lord of Shadows.
This
They
one didn't
rebooted
have a
it.
Belmont. It didn't have a Belmont. That's what kind of threw me off. So, but I enjoyed it for the story that we had. Just like Bloodstained, it's in the same vein of Castlevania, so I enjoyed it for the game I was able to play. But I do miss the old gritty Belmont family struggle type story that captivated us back in the 80s. So we've gotten onto a really weird tangent going from Cowboy Bebop to Castlevania.
Yeah. Well, I mean, both animes on Netflix. So there you go.
Yeah.
We'll
by the
move
way,
on.
did you ever get that content for Bloodstained?
No, still waiting.